Welcome to Tech. In this video, going to see about JavaScript with Node.js. Let's begin with what is Node.js. Node.js is a cross-platform runtime environment and library for running JavaScript applications outside the browser. It is used for creating server-side and networking web applications, and it is an open source and free to use. Here we have parts of Node.js. Now let's go through each part of Node.js to get a better understanding of the server-side platform as a whole. Modules. Modules are like JavaScript libraries that can be used in a Node.js application to include a set of functions. In order to include a module in a Node.js application, use the require function with a parenthesis containing the name of the module. Next we have console part. The console is a module that provides a method for debugging that is similar to the basic JavaScript console provided by internet browsers. It prints messages to std out and std error. Next part is cluster. Node.js is built on the concept of single-threaded programming. Cluster is a module that allows multi-threading by creating child processes that share the same server port and run simultaneously. A cluster can be added to an application by this code. Next we have global. Global objects in Node.js are available in all modules. These modules are functions, modules, strings, etc. Some of the Node.js global objects are given here. Underscore dir name, that is directory name, that specifies the name of the directory that contains the code of application. Next, file name, it specifies the file name of the code. Next, exports, a reference to the module.exports shorted to type. Next, module, it is a reference to the current module. The next object is require, which is used to import modules, local files and also JSON. The next part is error handling. Node.js application experience 4 types of errors. They are standard JavaScript errors, system errors, user-specific errors, assertion errors. Errors in Node.js are handled through exceptions. For example, let's handle the error that would occur when we divide a number by 0. This error would crash the Node.js application. So, we should handle this error to continue with the normal execution of the application. Here is the code for handling error. Next part is streaming. Streams are the objects that let you read data or write data continuously. There are 4 types of streams. They are readable, writable, duplex, transform. Readable are the types of streams from which data can be read. Next, writable. These are the types of streams to which data can be written. Next, duplex. Duplex are both readable and writable streams. Next, we have transform streaming. These streams that can be manipulate the data while it is being read or written. Next part is buffer. Buffer is a module that allows the handling of streams that contain only binary data. An empty buffer of length 10 that can be created by the method variable va or var buff equal to buffer.alloc within the parenthesis 10. Next, domain. The domain module intercepts error that remain unhandled. There are 2 methods used for intercepting these errors. They are internal binding and external binding. Internal binding. Error emitted executes its code inside the run method. The external binding, error emitted is explicitly added to a domain via its add method. Next we have DNS. DNS module is used to connect to a DNS server and perform name resolution by using the method DNS.resolve. Next we have another one method. DNS model is also used for performing name resolution without a network communication by using the method DNS.lookup. Next we have debugger. Node.js includes a debugging utility that can be accessed by a built-in debugging client. Node.js debugger is not feature-packed but supports the simple inspection of code. The debugger can be used in the terminal by using inspect keyword before the name of the JavaScript file. So, in order to inspect a file, myscript.js, we can write the code as $node inspect myscript.js. Let's see some important features of Node.js that makes it the first choice of software architects. Extremely fast. Node.js library is very fast in code execution. Next, input output is asynchronous and event driven. All APIs of Node.js library are asynchronous, that is non-blocking. So, a Node.js based server never waits for an API to return data. The server moves to the next API after calling it, and a notification mechanism of events of Node.js helps the server to get a response from the previous API call. It is also a reason that it is very fast. Next, single-threaded. Node.js follows a single-threaded model with event looping. Next feature, highly scalable. Node.js is highly scalable because event mechanism helps the server to respond in a non-blocking way. Next feature, no buffering. Node.js cuts down the overall processing time while uploading audio and video files. Node.js applications never buffer any data. These applications simply output the data in chunks. The next feature, open source. Node.js has an open source community which has produced many excellent modules to add additional capabilities to Node.js applications. Finally, we have license. Node.js is released under the MIT license. So this is about the features of Node.js.